If you are looking around for a phone in mid-2020, I believe the iPhone XS is a great option as it offers a premium experience and has an excellent value. My name is Angelo, and today I'll be telling you 5 reasons why you might want to consider an iPhone XS in 2020. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing as it helps out a lot, and if you want to see more of my content. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. And let's get right into the video. First reason why I would recommend the iPhone XS in 2020 is the awesome form factor of only having a 5.8-inch display. Phones are getting bigger and bigger every year, and I feel the smaller size is especially refreshing. Although if you are a fan of the trend of having bigger and bigger phones, I think you would be happy with the iPhone XS Max, which has a bigger display and a bigger battery for those who are a little more concerned about battery life. Unfortunately, the successor to the 11 Pro or XS will definitely be getting a little bit bigger, as it's rumored to house a 6.1-inch display. I don't think it will be considerably larger, as it will have a smaller notch and thinner bezels, but definitely expect an increase in size for later this year. However, the news isn't all bad, but the new iPhone 12 coming out later this year, not the 12 Pro model, but the regular 12, will have a 5.4-inch display, and it is rumored to have a form factor similar to that of the iPhone SE, which I'm very excited for. The second reason why I would recommend an iPhone XS in 2020 is the magnificent display. I enjoy watching content on this OLED panel provided by Samsung. Everything about the display works fine, but the only issue I have with the XS's display is the brightness. The display maxing out at only 725 nits is very lacking, as it is a challenge to use outside compared to the 11 Pro or Samsung S10, as they max out at over 1,000 nits of brightness. I feel as if you are outdoors a lot and your job revolves around being outdoors a lot, I don't really think that XS is a great idea to get, as you will have to find some shade in order to use the phone. But if you are indoors a lot of the times and you don't really go out too much, but you go out occasionally and stuff like that, I believe you'll be just fine. Another reason why I would recommend the iPhone XS is the fact that 5G won't be mainstream for some time, and that the XS would be a great phone to use until 5G becomes a little bit more mainstream. Also, 4G has a little bit better range, so for those living a little bit far from cell towers, or if you live in a more rural area, I think waiting for 5G is a little bit of a better idea. Fourth reason why I would recommend an iPhone XS in 2020 is the fact that it is still a very powerful phone and is not dated whatsoever. This phone only being released a little over a year ago, I think will probably be able to handle pretty much all the tasks you throw at it, and the 4GB of RAM is probably no issue, as I haven't run into any performance issues since I've ever used this phone. The beauty of this phone is the fact that just everything works without you needing to really overthink anything, and that it'll probably be able to handle whatever you throw at it, and you really just don't need to worry about it. And I think that's a trait that many people should look for when looking for a phone. The last reason why I would recommend the iPhone XS in mid-2020 is the killer deals you can get on this phone. That's where I'm from. It is a little bit harder to find the XS brand new, but there are plenty of offers out there that are refurbished or used if you're willing to settle for that. It is very easy to find an iPhone XS for around $400 to around $500, but I think you would be fine as long as you stay underneath $600. I'll make sure to put some links below, and if you feel like purchasing straight from Apple, there is an offer for $699, which I think is a little bit steep, knowing that you could probably get the iPhone 11 for the same price, and I think that'll be a better phone for most. But for $600 or less, I think you're getting a really good phone and an overall pretty good package, and I think you're probably going to get your money's worth. For $600 or less, you're getting a lot. It was the best Apple offered back in 2018, and you're going to probably have a solid experience for the next 3 to 4 years. If I'm being honest, I believe the iPhone XS is probably a better phone right now than it was back in 2018, as with iOS you're getting new features and seeing all that iOS 14 has to offer, I feel that'll just further make the iPhone XS better. But seeing that you can get it for $600 or almost $400, I feel like that makes it a lot better, as it was kind of hard to justify the $1,000 price tag that it offered back when it was brand new. Seeing that the iPhone XS is in the same design generation as the iPhone 11 Pro, I feel as you might want to compare the two and see if you want to save that extra money. But from what I've seen, the two biggest improvements are battery life and the new camera setup. But being in the same design generation does not make it the same phone, and the 11 Pro is a much better phone than the XS, and it is very easy to justify the extra money. And if you can afford it, I would strongly recommend going for an 11 Pro over the XS. There is also the iPhone 11, which I see more people will probably be comparing this to the XS, as they are pretty similarly priced straight from Apple. From what I've seen, I think the iPhone 11 is a little bit more of a better phone for most people, but I personally prefer it because of the display and the smaller form factor. I hope this video helped you to decide whether or not you wanted to get an iPhone XS in 2020, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, give it a thumbs down. Please consider subscribing, as it'll help me out a lot. And also, there's another channel out there named B&Z Clan. I will link them down in the description below. And if you guys like Fortnite, they post awesome Fortnite clip montages, and you might want to check those out. And as always, have a great rest of your day. Goodbye!